shut the up. Today I want to take a look at Scott Leonard, a fellow creator of mine. Now Scott has about 5.6k subscribers, and like a lot of content creators with subscribers in that range, Scott Leonard has a problem. And the problem that Scott Leonard has is that he hates viewbotters. Now let's give a little bit more context. Now Scott has about 20 people concurrent that watch him every time he goes stream. Usually by average I'll see about 7 to 6 people in there. So the problem arises that while he's sitting there with 7 people viewing, there are other people that are making headway with hundreds of thousands of fake viewers on their live stream. Is this fair? Is this not fair? This is what we're going to be discussing today, because we got to help Scott. We got to figure out why Scott and his community hate viewbotting so bad. Now, it's coming out that a lot of the big streamers, they viewbot. Neon specifically, FaZe Clan has gotten in trouble with it. Some people even suggest that Kai and Speed viewbot. Viewbotting is essentially automated systems or automated accounts or just automated tools that you can use to add views or likes or comments or live stream views to your video or live streams. The reason why people do this is a tale as old as time. You gotta look like money to make money. Let's just say you have about 4,000 people watching legitimately. First off, that's absolutely insane, but for purposes of this video, let's say you got 4,000, okay? Out of that 4,000, you add an extra 5,000 to it, so it's at 9,000. It's gonna trigger fear of missing out. All of the people that may follow you out of that 4,000 might not be watching you, but when they see you have the 9,000, everybody's gonna stop what they're doing and tune in because they're fearing of missing out. And then all of the people that don't know you, that may see you as popping or that may have heard you before once or twice, they're gonna see 9,000 people viewing and they're gonna go absolutely insane and click too. The whole point of viewbotting is really to make your numbers look impressive for the average viewer. And the problem is content creators at my level, content creators at Scott's level, they don't have access. We don't have access to the good bots, the bots that actually mimic people's actual movements and what humans actually do, like opening up different tabs, like moving from different browsers, like pausing a video, playing a video, pausing a video for a few minutes like you're going to go get a snack really quick, coming back. Bots that are actively engaging, sending likes and making comments. These are all things that advanced bots can do that the bigger content creators utilize on a day-to-day basis while going live. Is it something that we all don't know? Absolutely not. Is it something that is slowly becoming industry standard? Yes, it is. Which brings up my first point, and I think the best point out of all of this. Why do you care? That is the question that I want to ask most of the streamers that do in between 0 to about 60 concurrent viewers per stream. The question to them is, why do they care? And see, when you ask them, why do you care? You get a very crazy, interesting response. They say they care because that said person is taking up the market share. That because their views are so inflated that none of the people will actually come back and watch them. Now let me explain something. Let me explain something about viewbotting. And I know this from experience. I used to viewbot. The thing about viewbotting is it doesn't work for smaller creators. For instance, you make a channel, you start viewbotting, you only have 2 people watching legitimately. YouTube can know that you only have 2 people watching legitimately, and you send 200 bots to your live. These 200 bots, they're gonna click on the live, they're gonna click out. So these services provide 200 concurrent views throughout the stream, but that doesn't mean that the same 200 bots are gonna be watching the stream all the way through. They're gonna move, they're going to switch out and trade in between bots, between multiple bots that are botting all the other people around the globe. Okay, they change, they switch. So what ends up happening is that you have a whole bunch of people that have only viewed your live for 10 seconds, which tells the algorithm that, hey, there is some phony baloney things going on with this channel. It takes you out the algorithm. It stops promoting your video. Everybody, according to YouTube, that's watching the video only watches just for 10 seconds. You're essentially nerfing your channel, which is a scary thing for a lot of creators because you can nerf your channel and somebody else can nerf your channel. Viewbotting essentially is dead traffic, which could literally bankrupt you as a content creator. I tried viewbotting and it took my algorithm forever to bounce back. In fact, you can see the views that this video is going to have. It still has not bounced back. It got to be the most absolutely toxic thing that you could do to your channel. The problem is, or not the problem, the interesting thing is those rules don't apply for bigger creators. I'm gonna give you an example. I have a content creation friend by the name of Saros, okay? Saros is right here. Take Saros for instance. He has a very strong core fan base. So what that means is that no matter if these people see 5,000 views on the board, if they see 5 views on the board, it doesn't matter. They're gonna click anyway. Say if Saros wanted to viewbot. Either way it goes, those 100 people are going to see it and they're going to click on it because they're loyal subscribers. But then let's say he viewbots another 1,000. Then maybe all of the naysayers might be like, what in the world could this guy be talking about? They're going to click on the live. So it won't harm his analytics like it would harm a smaller creator, because at the end of the day, his core fan base is going to be looking and searching for his content no matter if YouTube shows it or they don't show it. Or if he gets, or let's say he gets shadow banned, they're still going to find his content. The thing that people don't understand and realize when it comes to content creators like Neon or the FaZe clan, they're still going to have a big base of people that watch their streams no matter what. So they can get away with viewbotting because either way, they're going to get streams. And I believe that is a big reason why a lot of these companies leave these creators alone to begin with. Because if it was just a little guy like me coming on their platform wanting to viewbot 200 people so I can get on the top screen, they gotta nerf me. They know it's fake. They know nobody really watches me at all. So they're gonna kick me right off the board and probably never allow me to get back on there because I done broke their TOS. But somebody like Neon, which is one of the only content creators that are actually bringing in traffic to, let's say, a site like Kick, he can get away with viewbotting 4,000 or 5,000 people because at the end of the day, he actually legitimately has people, a significant amount of people checking for him and watching him. And that does not go the same for smaller content creators. So that goes back to me saying, why do you care? Because it's impossible, okay? It's about to go full circle. It's impossible for someone to take up the market share of something and for you to be worried about them taking up the market share when you're not even on the board. You're not even on the market. Now, let's say, for instance, somebody goes on Kick, right? You got Neon that's about to have 500, 1,000 people watching concurrently, no matter what. Now, that person that has 100, 200 people watching legitimately, he is being negatively affected. But these are the type of numbers that you gotta even reach just to even be in the conversation. He's being negatively affected because the people that would be watching him because he's actually popular on that platform and would get on the front page are gonna see these crazy numbers by Neon and click off of his live and go to Neon. Now, and this is no offense to Scott, right? But I know Scott, so we can bring up Scott. Now, when you have 10 people watching and they're watching a very niche content creator, because that's what you would be, a niche content creator. You're just starting out. You're talking about things that are mainstream, but you're niche. Individually, you're a niche because you're not well known. So if you're a niche channel on YouTube and Neon goes live all the way on Kick and you have 10 people watching on your live for supposedly to watch you specifically, they're not going to click off your live and go to Neon. Y'all aren't even on the same platform. And this is a fear that a lot of content creators have that is completely just based in fallacy. Nobody viewbotting is going to stop you from getting any streams, Playboy. No, sir, it's not going to stop you from getting, and you got to be, and this goes for me too, bro. I'm going to keep saying this. You got to be on the board for that to even affect you, you know? And on top of that, when you do start viewbotting, when you viewbot heavy, you know, it's a whole bunch of bad negative press about it. You know, it's 2025. It's not 2022 anymore. 2023, 2020, when nobody really knew too much. It's a 2025 where every content creator and his mama is mad at one of these streamers for viewbotting. It's popular now. So just for me to reiterate for I think like the third time this video, viewbotting only positively affects people that legitimately have have a lot of people watching, legitimate viewers. If you are a content creator, and I would say that can go live and you get under 50 viewers or less, of course you're gonna feel some type of way about people view botting because you worked hard as hell to get that 50. But what I'm saying is, nigga, it don't make no sense for you to be mad about view botting because you're unaffected. Your channel, your people, your presence online is too small for anybody to give a shit. Facts. Nobody's gonna, bro, there's not no big conspiracy of motherfuckers that are gonna migrate from your channel and go watch the big guy, because the people watching your channel virtually doesn't exist in the grand scheme of things when you're talking about numbers. Now, that is no offense to the people that watch smaller streamers. I'm a smaller streamer. If I go on live, I'm a smaller streamer, you know? But I personally don't discredit other streamers from view botting. Since the beginning of time, people have boasted themselves up as more than what they actually are to get attention or to get ahead in life. It's been going on since the beginning of time. You take a homeless man off of the street, you put a suit on him, he might just get a job. At the end of the day, he's still homeless. Okay, people, you could put a dress on a pig, it's still a pig. When a restaurant wants to promote itself, what's the big thing that a restaurant wants to do? A restaurant wants to get a commercial, if they can afford a commercial, to get it in front of as many people locally as possible to make them look larger than life. A restaurant will want to get a hold of a local radio station and have them talk about it all the time, just so people can think that they're larger than life. You go buy a supercar and go start selling courses, you could be broke as hell. You could be spending all your last dime on that supercar. You could live in your mama's basement, have a decent job, and spend all of your money on a supercar and go online, post up beside some beach at some student apartment somewhere that looks all nice and fancy with some palm trees in the background, and sit there and act like you got it all figured out. And guess what? You're gonna get paid for that charade. It's no different than view botting. I can keep going. It seems as if music and TV are the only things that people care about authenticity, because in any other scenario, you making yourself look larger than life is acceptable. But because there's this stigmatism on the internet that everything has to be authentic, then it gets rejected by the people. And that's the thing. You got content creators coming out here talking about things that they don't care about. You got content creators putting on fake voices on their videos. Hey guys, today we're gonna be talking about cereal. Like, you got content creators coming on here, you know, having fake houses, fake lifestyles. The whole content game is fake. It's about being fake to move on to the next stage. Somehow, somewhere, people have lost the plot and they think that view botting is the end all be all to fakeitude, even though the whole job title includes being fake. I'm being real with you, but I'm just over here talking. I don't know what I'm doing with my channel. I'm being real with you today, but tomorrow I might come in here and say some bullshit. You don't know. I don't know. Anyway, man, stop hating on ViewBot.